Well, Riley, Tegan Ewalt, big for Fremont-Mills tonight in a regional win over Diagonal. Ladies, survive and advance, kind of the name of the game come this time of year, and you guys are able to do that. What are the thoughts?
It feels so good to be one more round in.
Just excited to see what we can do against Stanton.
Tell me about the adversity this team has faced this year. You lose a player like Izzy early on. You've had to have some different girls step up. You've played in a tough conference as well. Speak to that facet.
Yeah, Izzy's a big player. She's obviously important to our team, but we just knew we had to step up and take over her role for her.
Right. It's not the easiest stepping up and trying to be Izzy.
I think it was like 14 lead changes tonight, so I'm sure a fun game to be a part of. What do you feel were some of the things that you guys as a team did well that ultimately led to the win?
We just kept calm when we were obviously faced with some fouling issues. Like, we can't stop fouling. We just reach all the time. But we had to keep calm after that and keep playing.
We played together very well tonight, fought through all the fouls, like she said. It's not the easiest.
Yeah, Riley, you started, I think, 8 points in the first half. You were kind of getting things going. What were you seeing? What was leading to that success?
When we moved the ball a lot and 4 or 5 passes through, they spread the court on defense, and it just let us drive and get open in the lane, which ended up helping us in the long run.
Tegan, it felt like maybe it was kind of a quiet night, and then you look up and you've got like a team high 12 points. Speak to just kind of the consistency that you had tonight offensively.
Yeah, the last few nights I've struggled in the first half, but I always seem to find my way in the second half.
Had a big shot there about 2 minutes ago, tied it up. Then ultimately you guys finished on a little run to ice it. But take us through that sequence from your perspective.
Just kind of risky, but I knew I had to take the risk, and it ended up working.
Did you know it was good when it left your hand?
Yeah, I knew I was wide open. I was like, yep.
Now you guys are moving on. You get to play Stanton for like the 97th time this year. And obviously that they're a tough team, a really good team. But do you guys maybe kind of go into that feeling, like you are the underdog, you have nothing to lose?
Yeah, we got nothing to lose, so we just play our hardest, see what happens.
Just fight hard, get it done.
What's the one thing tonight when you look back at this win you guys are the most proud of?
Just how we play together as a team. I'm really proud of how this team has come along since we lost Izzy, and then just having Ellie down last week. We just came together tonight.
Everyone stepped up and played to their absolute ability, and it felt amazing.
All right, Coach, fun game, and you guys come out on top of it to keep your season alive. What are the takeaways from tonight?
Just we kind of played really well in stretches, and then kind of lost our head there in the third quarter, and kind of let things that were out of our control kind of get in our way. And so we just talked a lot about in the third quarter, like control what you can control. Okay, can't worry about other things. Just focus on us. And then the fourth quarter, we kind of came back together. So I guess that's a sign of a young team. We had a lot of contributors who are really young, so it's their first taste of a big atmosphere. So it was good to get that win.
Yeah, third quarter, obviously not what you guys were hoping for. I think it was like 10-4 them in that frame. But, in the fourth quarter, did you maybe kind of see this young team grow up a little bit in front of your eyes?
Yeah, I think so. I think they went back to trusting each other. Sometimes we try to maybe get stuff when we get behind. We try to get it all back at once instead of just trusting the process and working through what we know how to do. And so we kind of got back to that, and we had a lot of contributors. I think 7 people scored tonight, so we didn't have that many suit up because of injuries. So it was a good win.
Where do you feel was the biggest key or the biggest factor in tonight's victory?
I think defensively we're always solid, and when we play defense without fouling, we're really solid. And so once we quit fouling and just force them to make plays, it force them to make shots, contested shots, and not put them at the free throw line. That really went our way. And so it's part of a young team too. We're telling them over and over, stop fouling, don't reach, just play good defense. And finally, there in the fourth quarter, they listened and they pulled through.
Down the stretch, they had a couple looks to either tie it or take the lead, and your guys' defense held on. During that run, what'd you like?
I liked that we finally took care of the boards. So they did have some open looks, but there at the end they just got one shot at it. We got the rebound, and so that was something early in the game that we didn't always do, but we found a way to box out, and they're a good physical team. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and so we had to make sure we take care of the little things, and we getting those rebounds and then being sound with the ball, not throwing it away, not throwing it off the wall, just being solid with the ball.
Stanton coming up. I know you guys are obviously very familiar with them. What's it going to take to maybe shock the state?
Oh, we'll have to play a lot better than we did tonight as far as not fouling. Okay, I think last time they killed us at the free throw line, among other things. So we just have to play solid, and we have to shoot. We have to shoot the ball well. If we shoot the ball well, we may have a chance. They're just defensively, they're so good at taking away anything we want to do inside that we have to be able to shoot the ball well from the outside. So if we can be solid and shoot the ball well, then we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter.
I mean, they're a tough team. They're really, really good. But do you feel like, having seen them a couple times now, maybe that does help you guys a little bit going into this matchup?
Maybe, but they've also seen us, so it works both ways. And they're well coached, and they're a really solid team. They don't make a lot of mistakes, so you can't count on them to turn it over and get easy baskets that way. You have to make sure that you are taking care of your side on the offensive end, and sometimes it doesn't always work out, and they make you pay on offense. So